Our verse today is Luke chapter 12, verse 20. But God said to him, "Fool, this night your soul is required of you, and the things you have prepared, whose will they be?" Who is a fool according to the Bible? Why does Jesus call the rich young man fool? The Hebrew Bible uses different words for the fool. They include evil or naval. Evil means foolish, fool, or simpleton. You can read Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 22, Isaiah 19 verse 11, and Proverbs chapter 10 verse 10. In the same way, naval means foolish, senseless, a godless person, a fool. Read Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 6, 2 Samuel chapter 2 verse 33, and Psalm 14 verse 1. The psalmist describes Nabal, the fool, as one who says there is no God, corrupt, and does abominable things. Psalm 14 verse 1 and Psalm 53 verse 1. The fool cannot understand the thoughts and mysteries of God. Psalm 92 4 to 6. The fool slanders other people. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 18. And he sees doing wrong and evil as a joke. Proverbs 10 23. He despises the advice of people, even of his father. Proverbs 15 verse 5. The prophet Isaiah describes the fool thus: "For the fool speaks folly, and his heart is busy with iniquity, to practice ungodliness, to utter error concerning the Lord, to leave the craving of the hungry unsatisfied, and to deprive the thirsty of drink." Isaiah 32 verse 6. The fool is often contrasted with the wise. While the fool thinks he is right, always right, the wise person listens to other people's advice. Proverbs 12 verse 15. The wise person acts with knowledge, but the fool displays folly. Proverbs 13 verse 16. While the wise person is courteous and turns away from evil, the fool is reckless and careless. Proverbs 14 verse 16. While the wise has his eyes in his head, the fool walks in darkness. Ecclesiastes 2 verse 4. While the words of the wise win him a favor, the lips of the fool consume him. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 12. Finally, while the wise set his face on wisdom, the fool sets his eyes on the ends of the earth. Proverbs 17 verse 24. In other words, the fool thinks only of gathering everything for himself. Therefore, the end of the fool is ruin. Proverbs 10 verse 10 and 14. When Jesus calls the young man in the gospel fool, we can see that the man reflects the attitude of the foolish person we have described above. He is full of himself. He doesn't think he should listen to any advice, so he turns to himself. He has no regard for God and does not think about his end and that his life is in the hands of God. He is concerned about his riches and would want to possess the whole earth. But God said, "This night your soul will be required of you." The fool often forgets two things: that he cannot determine the length of his life, and that he will not go along with his riches, with his properties when he dies. He does not even think other people may squander whatever he has accumulated when he dies. Where do you belong? Do you see yourself sometimes acting like the fool in the gospel? There is time to make a U-turn, follow God, and act wisely, using the resources God has put at our disposal. Lord, keep me away from the foolishness of the world and teach me divine wisdom and how to use the things of this world wisely. Amen. God bless you. Have a pleasant day.